that down. Let's move on to this, shall we? There is a new Pixar film coming out, Inside Out 2, which honestly, I was really surprised when they first announced that they were going to do one. I didn't think they would do a sequel to Inside Out 2, but I love the first one. Now, Pixar films have been struggling as of late, right up until Elemental, which started off really slow, but then word of mouth got out about how great the movie is and ended up making over $500 million, didn't it? Anyway, how's Inside Out going to do? Well, according to a new report coming out, real damn well, and it could be the biggest opening that Pixar's had since 2019's Toy Story 4. This comes to us from Screenwriter, who wrote the following. Per Deadline, initial projections have been calculated for the box office run of Inside Out 2. The movie is currently expected to earn, get this, a domestic opening weekend of somewhere between $80 and $85 million. To put that into perspective, I just want to remind everybody, Furiosa is projected to make under 40 on its opening weekend, right?
Okay.
So Inside Out is projected to make anywhere between $80 and $85 million in its opening weekend, in addition to landing either the 6th or 7th best opening for a Pixar movie. This total would be the best debut for a Pixar movie since Toy Story 4 in 2019. That sequel opened to $120.9 million and went on to gross $1.07 billion worldwide, becoming the company's second highest grossing release of all time. All right. So, Inside Out 2, by the way, Ray, can you double check the release date of Inside Out 2?
Inside Out 2, yeah.
But I mean, it's coming out, and they're saying the opening weekend box office is $80 million.
June 19th.
June 19th. So it's less than a month away at this point. By the way, just to remind everybody, they showed us the opening 30 minutes of Inside Out 2 at CinemaCon this year. Now, remember, they also showed us the opening 30 minutes of Lightyear.
I was going to bring that up.
And the opening 30 minutes of Lightyear were fantastic. And then we went to the movies to see the full movie, and it's like, whoa, did it drop after the first 30 minutes. So whatever. But they did show us the first 30 minutes of Inside Out 2. And in the first 2 or 3 minutes, I'm like, this is just rehashing Inside Out. And then after the first 2 or 3 minutes, I'm like, this is awesome. Guys, it's amazing. The first 30 minutes they showed us, the first 30 minutes of Inside Out, I can't talk about how good or bad the following hour and a half after that is, but the first 30 minutes of Inside Out 2 are absolutely phenomenal. They absolutely nailed it. They've got that, they got the DNA of it, they got the feel of it. It just feels like you're right back there, only with now an older Riley. And I just love that she plays hockey because I'm a Canadian. So I love that. But it's absolutely phenomenal. I honestly think, despite their struggles lately, and even though, Elemental didn't ultimately make $700 or $800 million at the box office, I honestly think how good Elemental is kind of reignited the taste in people's mouths for Pixar. Because you had Lightyear, you had 3 good movies get dumped straight to Disney Plus with Soul, Luca, and a movie that should have won Best Animated Feature of the Year at the Oscars, Turning Red. So between that and then Lightyear not being so great, Elemental came out and had a very slow start, I think because of all that. But word of mouth got out about how damn good that movie is. And if you haven't seen Elemental, it's fabulous. It's not a top 3 or 4 best Pixar film of all time or anything, but it's really great. And I think that has kind of re-sparked the taste for people to want to get back out to Pixar. And now with Inside Out 2 coming out, I think that's why they're measuring it being around $80 to $85 million. Anyway, Chris, you're hearing about all this. Where's your anticipation level been for an Inside Out 2? What did you think of the original? And do you think this could be an $80 million opening for the studio?
Oh, it for sure could. I mean, the first one won an Oscar. It was a fabulous, fabulous film that I loved. Justice for Bing Bong. Justice for Bing Bong forever. Oh, just thinking about that character makes me get all weepy. I really love that first one, and I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. The introduction of anxiety and envy, I think, will be really great, especially because we've got, Maya Hawke in there, who I think is a fabulous actress, who has earned her place in Hollywood. She is, yes, one of those Nepo babies who I think deserves to
But
be
she's
in
really
films.
good.
She's an incredible
Yeah.
actress who, if Ethan Hawke is your dad too, like, and Uma Thurman's your mom, you're going to have to like live up to a big expectation there, right? And then Ao from Abbott Elementary, or not from Abbott Elementary, she plays the sister on Abbott Elementary, but mostly from The Bear is playing
Right.
Envy on there. Which
By
is
the
gonna be
way,
great.
she's blowing up.
She's huge.
Yeah.
She's, and well-deserved again, an incredible actress. But like I've said before, the only reason why I'm a little cautious about this is I've seen Big Mouth do Anxiety really, really well. I've seen it, Big Mouth do Puberty really, really well. And that's not to say you can't tell the same story. That's what movies do constantly. We're constantly taking a new perspective on a tried and true through line, storyline, plot, what have you. But I'm just trying to make sure, and I'm getting myself prepared to go, this is Pixar. This is Pixar's take on what happens to you during puberty and your adolescence and everything. I need to go into it with that mindset, not the raunchy mindset that Big Mouth gave me, and let this stand on its own 2 feet. But I think there's a lot of promise here, and I think it could do really well.
And that's where Pixar, I think, really works for, like, as in movies. Like with Lightyear, the first 30 minutes, there was that human aspect, that the thing that happened in the beginning where we all could relate to, like, a loss or things like that.
Right.
And it's like Inside Out obviously deals with things that people would go through. And also Turning Red. That's why it was so good. It was dealing with something that some people could relate
With
to.
shared human experiences. that we all
Right,
relate with.
exactly. And that's
Yeah.
where Pixar always hits strong. That's why I'm kind of worried about Elio coming up, because that's my most anticipated Pixar movie coming up, because it's about space. But I never saw the first Inside Out, so like but it feels like this would relate to a lot of people, like the things that happen in these movies.
Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Wellness Company. Okay, so you wake up with a scratchy throat, congestion, runny nose, and cough. You know your body. You know you're getting sick. So your choices are tough it out, get sick and take time off work, or hope the doctor can see you this month, or wait 2 hours at urgent care and sit in a room full of sick people, or open your medical emergency kit. Match your symptoms to the doctor-recommended prescription. Start on the right meds and nip this in the bud now. Your medical emergency kit is not a first aid kit. It comes with doctor-prescribed meds to treat over 39 medical issues. Strong antibiotics for infections of all types, strep throat, pneumonia, UTIs, bronchitis, and so much more. Plus, a doctor's easy guide so you'll know exactly what to take and when. There's no waiting to see the doctor, no waiting at the pharmacy. It's all in here. Every home should have at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in just minutes. Your kit will be rushed right to your door, and you can get 15% off at twc.health/Campea and use promo code Campea when you check out. That's promo code Campea at twc.health/Campea. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? They're saying this movie could open like really big. I mean, especially considering like the landscape today, like an $80 to $85 million opening does not happen very often right now. Do you think that's good? Did you like the first Inside Out? Are you looking forward to the second one? Maybe you're not. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.